So, did a video with the kids and the wife. I was okay with that video. Like, one thing that's like my pet peeves when I hear like certain people say that somebody made something wrong, and sometimes it's not always that person, it is the product that they received. And I think that's what happened in this video. So if you go to Love of Son Gaming, which that's me and my son's gaming channel, you gotta check that out. Yes, it is gaming, but we also do some other fun stuff for like kids and things like that on the channel. This was one of them. This was a Halloween combo that we was doing. It has nothing to do with a video game. It's just something fun. Just, something fun to do for a kid's Halloween party and stuff like that. Which, by the way, if you're having a Halloween party, party safe. Now, in this particular video, I want to talk about two things that we did, because we also did like some candy reviews, but that's not really like this channel's thing. But we did make something called Warlock's Cider, and Warlock Cider is kind of like a play on Witch's Brew. I hadn't looked that up to see if it was already used or not, but yeah, Warlock Cider, that was something that I didn't look it up, just came up with it off the fly. The kids loved it. And now I'm gonna say this: the Warlock Cider that we use has peppermint tea in it. So my kids love peppermint tea. They love different teas with those flavors in it. Your child might not like that. So this recipe can easily be taken and broken down, and you can do different things with it. You don't even have to use what we use. Like, we use something called butterfly pea, which is this stuff right here. And what this is, it's like, I like to call it a transforming tea. You make tea out of this, and yes, by its name, pea, not butterfly pea like my kids thought. It does have like a slight pea aroma, and because it has that pea aroma, like the vegetable legume, but it does have that aroma. But because it has that aroma, it also has that pea taste. So you have to be careful with how much of this stuff you use. Like, it really, a little bit goes a long way. Like, if you want that beautiful blue color like what I have here, like this stuff is still blue. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but this stuff is still blue. Smells very much like peas. And I added water to this. This is how blue this stuff can get. And also, it stains a little bit too if you ever messed around with it. But there's different recipes that you can do with this stuff. You can make cookies with it, drinks. I've seen people put it in like pancakes. That was different, but yeah. And what happens with this stuff is, once you add just a drop of lemon juice or vinegar or anything acidic, it turns purple. And so I use this as like a color changing effect. So if you want to do like a live punch making or something like that, this would be great. Now, you don't have to use this. You can also use like blue Kool-Aid. I think it's like a blue raspberry lemonade or a blueberry lemonade Kool-Aid or something like that. And you can use a cherry Kool-Aid to put on top of that to make it purple. But what we initially used in this cider, which it's not a cider, it's a drink. But what we used in this drink was peppermint tea. We used the butterfly pea. We use hibiscus, but in this case we use something called Sorrel. This stuff. Now, it's a lot darker than the hibiscus that I've seen. This is actually from a different region of the world. This stuff doesn't have as tart of taste as like Hawaiian hibiscus or something like that. I like to use this stuff for different punches and things like that. Very smooth, velvety taste. Like, if you ever had I'm gonna say, like, what's the name of that African punch? Okay, I just learned that it's called a bunch of different things. But anyway, Sorrel. And so normally, like with the punch we get here in America, that most people from different regions like Nigeria, Cameroon, places like that over in Africa, that will make punch out of sorrel, ginger, pineapple juice, stuff like that, and it tastes great. This is basically the same thing. You can find this stuff on the internet. I'll put links in the description below where you can check this stuff out. and I'm not 100% sure, but I think I got both of these from Amazon. But those two, and then I also use ginger tea and ginger ale, and I just use regular canned ginger ale. I use just some Canada Dry. I use 2 cans of that just to kind of help sweeten it. And I also added half a cup of sugar to the Sorrel to give it a sweetness. And to be honest with you, I didn't really keep up with the cup size, so I'll say this. I use 2 cups of the butterfly pea, 2 cups of the Sorrel. I'm gonna go ahead and say 2 cans of ginger ale, half a cup of ginger tea, and half a cup of peppermint tea. Or if you want, you can use like a full cup of peppermint tea and probably do like 2 or 3 bags of peppermint tea, depending on how you have your tea. I don't know if it's loose leaf or not, but that's what I did. And I also put, just for a little special goopy effect, put chia seeds in it. We call it frog eggs. So fun stuff like that. And then we also did on that video, we did I called it just to mess with the kids because we own a French Bulldog. So I called it it was roadkill loaf made from French Bulldog. It ended up looking like a brain. And so I think we're gonna change the name to like brain loaf or something like that. It was fun, you know, and the children love it. Now this was the thing that I was talking about, where sometimes it's not human error, it's product. This particular marshmallow and cereal combo that I got was from Trader Joe's. It was Trader Joe's products. Trader Joe's products, their marshmallow was like, I don't know how I could say it. I don't know if it's drier. Like it wasn't like cereal marshmallow, but it wasn't sticky. So like it didn't melt properly. I'm gonna assume. I don't know how it was. I don't know if it didn't have enough moisture in it or something. It just would not melt correctly. And so by it not melting correctly, I shouldn't have hit that because I'm pretty sure the microphone picked it up. By that not melting correctly, it melted, coagulated together, clumped up, and ended up being like, instead of marshmallow flush, it was flush. Instead of marshmallow fluff, excuse me, it was like marshmallow slime, I guess. I don't know what happened with that. And it was happening before we started adding the food coloring to it to try to make it red. It just, once I added the food color to it, it got worse. So something right there was telling me, okay, this is a marshmallow doing this. I've done this dozens of times. And so with that going like that, I guess the Rice Krispies just didn't work out well. And plus Trader Joe's has like this, let me show you. So they got this stuff, organic crisp rice. Now this is not to be confused with the Kellogg's Rice Krispies. This stuff has a way different texture, and I mean, is it even rice? Well, it's rice flour. So it's not like puffed rice, it's rice flour. That's interesting. But yeah, it has a different texture to it. So it was good. It wasn't nostalgic. I'll put it that way. Like I'm used to like how the Rice Krispie treats are made from the Rice Krispies. And you know, I was in Trader Joe's and I was like, I didn't feel like going to another grocery store. So I picked this up in a bag of marshmallows from there and used a nice high-fat butter for it. And I feel like I ruined it, but I like it. My wife liked it. The kids loved it anyway. So it all worked out. But in all fairness, like this is a good product. I'll give it that. This is a good product. It actually tastes good. My children actually eat this like milk and cereal form. They like this stuff. I like it. But to make different things out of it, no. Nah, not at all. I wouldn't do it. Don't do it. Stay away from this if you're planning on making some type of treat or something with this. Okay, so for the most part, I think these things are a big success. I wanted to bring it over here in quarter cups to talk about it because these are things that people just don't, they're scared of using. And I want to show that it's okay to use this stuff. Like, everything doesn't have to be scary. Like if you would, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you would eat just a bag of potato chips, this stuff is a no-brainer. Like I'm just saying, it's okay to use these things. It is fun. It kind of gets you away from like the stuff that people use every year, like the what is this stuff called? The dry ice and water method to make like a boiling cauldron. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But you know, it kind of changes things up a little bit. You know, you do some color changing, makes it look like magic. We end up with a purple tea brew or something like that. Tastes good. Sounds gross. Like I mean, you give it some weird names and it's ready to go. But one thing I do want to talk about is this butterfly pea. In the glass here, you can see like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me find something. Let's see, does this help any? I don't know if it helps any. But that stuff there is blue, and I've actually used this to dye leather with. Like I know it sounds crazy, but I actually used this to dye leather, and I made a bag out of this stuff, and it still holds up to date. It's crazy. But like I was saying, like I'm gonna add a drop of this stuff right here to it, some lime juice, and it's green. So you know green and blue doesn't make purple. And so I'm going to show you guys what's going to happen with that. Okay, so I got my plate here and it's white, so you guys can see like this stuff is blue. Let me put a little bit on the plate. And that stuff is blue. I don't care what anybody tell me. But once you add a drop of, this is lime juice. I know it's blurry in the camera, but yeah, it's lime juice. When I add it to this, watch what happens. Isn't that amazing? Now, if you want the science breakdown to this, I don't really know what the science for this is. I recommend like somebody that's not boring, but that's also, you know, fun. I think a good place will start on understanding the science of this, if you're interested in the science to why this does this. My name is Andong. I know I quoted him, or I said something about his channel, you know, quite a bit. He has a really good team, and they do a bunch of different things to kind of get these science breakdowns behind all these different things. And when I first saw this, and I'm gonna find a link to the video. I'm gonna find a link to the video and put it in the description. But when I found this, I was really intrigued by it. I didn't understand it. I think it was like he was making Fruit Loops, but he wanted to make like an all-natural Fruit Loop cereal or whatever, and he used this stuff. Now, remember when I said that people bake with this stuff and put it in pancakes? That's one of the things that he did. He made Fruit Loops using it to get a blue color, and it came out blue. It was really interesting. But anyway, like, not by itself. Like this, it tastes like water, but a hint of pea. Not like that, but yeah, a hint of pea. And it has to be added to something. You can't just drink this by itself. That is interesting. Now, the thing about this video and that video, none of these products are sponsored in the videos. It's just something that's for fun. We decided to do it for Halloween because Halloween's coming up. We're gonna have even more interesting quarter cups related video coming up on quarter cups. So you know, our regular schedule is coming back, and got a really fun one for you for Thanksgiving. I can't wait to put that one out. But yeah, I want you guys to give this stuff a try, and I want you to put down in the comments, you know, what you thought about it. Like, did it work out for you? Did you like it? Will you try it again? Stuff like that. And the one thing I really did like was the Warlock cider. So, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you love the content we produce here on Quarter Cups, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because that's the only way you can know that I'm talking to you guys again, or I'm cooking for you guys again. And check out Love the Sun Gaming. If you're into gaming content, if you're into watching gameplays and stuff like that, we're doing a lot of this stuff on my son's channel. Lots of fun, lots of information. We actually work together on stuff too. And you will be surprised with how entertaining some of that stuff can be. So everything I say is going to be in the link in the description. I'm going to put a box here somewhere. It's going to be around here somewhere where you can get to Love the Sun Gaming and all that good stuff, and you can check out the video that we did on this side, because it's more of the kid-friendly stuff on that side about what we did today. Anyway though, guys, till the next time.